Today, I'd like to introduce to you all a book from the Old Testament, the book of Nehemiah. It's like we know what we ought to do, but we don't. How much more do you think you can do when the power of God is behind you? Oh, we need God, amen? It's a central message that we need to hear as a young ministry. It's about figuring out and knowing and doing God's will. It's about planning. It's about thinking. It's about praying and getting things done. It's about learning how to lead, at the same time learning how to follow. Before we can ever rebuild anything in our lives, anything within church, it starts with us, and this is the second point, with us being on our knees, because change begins with us on our knees. So what did Nehemiah do? He said, "Then I prayed to the God of heaven, and I answered the king, if it pleases the king, send me." Here's the thing, everyone. When God opens the door, the man or woman of faith advances. Our EM ministry in our church will not function properly, will not progress, will not prosper beyond your and my private walk with God. When you understand that your life is for the glory of God, let me ask you this, are you willing to follow that plan? Are you willing to follow the vision that God has placed upon this church? Our aim, our EM vision is for the glory of God, to enjoy Him. I'm talking about being a follower, not a fan. A follower stays, a fan goes. A follower of Christ worships who Christ is. A fan of Christ worships what Christ does. A follower recognizes Jesus as the end. A fan sees Jesus as a means to an end. Therefore, when we see people who are suffering, who are broken, and who are perhaps bitter and angry at us, it is not them. I pray and hope that you would look at their spirit and see the brokenness in them. There will always be opposition to your faith, but praise be to God that there is no force in heaven or on earth that will oppose the will of God. We can only grow as a ministry, as a church, if you as the individual goes back to God. When opposed, when you're down, when you're discouraged, do not stop seeking God. And in His life, death, and resurrection, Jesus claimed us for Himself. He claimed us as His church, and so we need to start acting as that claimed church. Jesus is our encouragement. Jesus is our truth. Let's live in light of the glory of God. That day will come, brothers and sisters. But right now the Lord is saying this: run the race, fight the fight, press on, and the Lord will be with us.